What is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Daily Fantasy Six Pack. I'm filling in for Beer today. I am Notorious, and I have 6 picks for you to help you build your NBA DFS lineups. But before we get there, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. It definitely helps us out a ton. And also, check out ScorezOdds.com. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend it. If you like to bet on sports, we have experts in pretty much any sport that you can think of offering picks daily. Every day I do my NBA picks, I do my PGA picks, and I'm just one of the many experts providing daily bets. And even more importantly, I mean, if you want to just go on there and peruse the different odds in the different sports books, every little edge that you're going to have in sports betting is going to add up over the course of the season. Every half a point spread that you're going to get, every little bit better odds if you're betting a money line. So definitely give it a look. You can compare, the odds of a bunch of different books while you're on there and see the experts' bets, and then, kind of take it from there. So check out Scores and Odds. It is a site that I use each and every day. Now, the first player in the six-pack is going to be Kelly Olynyk. He's a power forward / center. He's 3,700 on DraftKings, 4,100 on FanDuel. Look, he's been a great per minute producer all season. He has averaged 1.10 DK, 1.10 FanDuel points per minute. And the problem is just he hasn't been playing a ton. He's one of those guys that plays a limited role off the bench. But Jeremy Grant's out. Marvin Bagley is now listed as doubtful. And, the Pistons are taking on the Thunder, who are 27th in defensive rating since the All-Star break. So it's a great matchup. He should see a huge uptick in minutes. Even if he doesn't start, I like his chances to see 25-plus minutes off the bench. But, I get the feeling he's going to start in this one. We saw the run he went on towards the end of last season. So I love him as a value play tonight. Now let's go to Memphis. We have Melton. Look, the Grizzlies are going to be extremely shorthanded tonight. Opportunity trumps all when it comes to NBA DFS. So I'm not worried about a matchup against the Suns. John Morant's out. Desmond Bane and Tyus Jones are both expected to miss this game. So, steps in Melton. He's averaged 31 fantasy points per game over his last 4. And that's with the limited role off the bench. He should slide into the starting lineup. He should play a ton of minutes. Should see an uptick in usage with all those guys out. So I think he makes a great mid-range option on both FanDuel and DraftKings. And in that same game, on that same team, we have Brandon Clarke. He's a power forward center, 4,000 on DraftKings, 4,400 on FanDuel. And again, in addition to all the guards being out, Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams, and Killian Tilly are all expected to miss this game as well. So 6 key players for the Grizzlies going to be out. Brandon Clarke, we don't have him projected as a starter at the moment, but there's a good chance he ends up starting, and if not, that's just fine. Should still see a major uptick in minutes off the bench, similar to Kelly Olynyk. He's averaged 1.15 DK, 1.22 FanDuel points per minute this season. So don't worry about the matchup against the Suns. Take advantage of the value while you can. And one of the reasons why we're taking advantage of that value is because we want to spend up on some guys that we can count on for big fantasy outings. One of them for me is going to be Donovan Mitchell. Point guard, shooting guard, 8K on DraftKings, 7,300 on FanDuel. Look, no De'Aaron Fox, no Domantas Sabonis, no problem. This guy's been on fire over his last 5 games, averaging 43 fantasy points per game. During that stretch, he's averaged well over a fantasy point per minute. And his playing time is just through the roof. I can expect him to play 38 to 40 minutes in a dream matchup against the Rockets. They are a bottom 3 team in terms of defensive rating on the season. They're the worst rebounding team since the All-Star break. And both of these teams love to push the pace. So I love the spot for Donovan Mitchell. And on the opposite side, I like Kevin Porter. Point guard, small forward, 7,500 on DraftKings, 7,900 on FanDuel. One of my favorite tournament strategies has always been pairing opposing point guards, especially in fast-paced games. These guys are going to have the ball in their hands most of the game, and they can control their own destiny. And when you get 2 point guards, going at it, it definitely can turn into some fantasy gold. So give me Porter on the other side of this one. He's been on a tear as well. He scored 53 and 70 fantasy points over his last 2 games. Great matchup against the Kings, and they're playing at home. Since the All-Star break, the Kings are 6th in pace and 24th in defensive rating. So the matchup is good. The price point is reasonable given his recent form. And get a nice little correlation play between the opposing point guards there. Now for tonight's Beast of the Night. We're going to go with Nikola Jokic, 12.5 on DraftKings, 11.6 on FanDuel. Look, we got a ton of value on this slate, so we can afford to spend up in a couple different spots. And my favorite is going to be Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets are battling for playoff positioning in the West. A lot's on the line over the next couple weeks. They could easily find themselves with a home court game or series in the first round. They could easily find themselves in the play-in tournament. So a lot is up for grabs there in the West. He's top 70 fantasy points in 3 straight. The permanent numbers have been off the chart all season, averaging 1.84 DK, 1.77 FanDuel points per minute. And hey, he's playing at home against the Wolves. The Wolves have a pretty good defense, but they are also one of the fastest paced teams in the NBA. We know the Nuggets like to slow the pace down, so that should mean extra possessions for Jokic and the Nuggets. Now, that'll do it for the 6-pack, but if you want to enter tonight's contest, all you have to do, guess how many points Nikola Jokic is going to score on DraftKings, and the prize is pretty good. You get a free week of combo premium here at RotoGrinders. And this is the week to do it. I mean, we have the Masters starting on Thursday. So all of our content for the Masters is going to be up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we also have MLB starting on Thursday. With this being a Friday, you're going to get a full week of Masters coverage. You're going to get a couple days of MLB. You're going to get all week of NBA coverage as well. So a huge opportunity for you to try out, RG Premium. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for joining the Daily Fantasy 6-pack, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.